And here we go, more stories from the rideshare driver of real conversations that I've heard. But then most of the time, I do everything in my power to make people just ignore me. So they have complete confidence that I can't hear them. But then the app tells them that I'm deaf. So it's amazing what people will say. I did get another rider, though, as a side story to this one, who said that he takes a lot of rideshare, and he's found that 30% of all drivers are deaf. And that's probably for mental health reasons. So, as much as I am against, per se, lying or misrepresenting oneself, for your mental health, it's actually quite necessary in this job. Truly, the list is huge of why for your own sanity, you need to be deaf. You really, really do. But at the same time, you're not deaf. And that's when you get to hear some very, very interesting things. Now, I had four people in the car. They were all in the medical field. Some were, I think, two were like emergency room nurses. The other two were like surgeons or something. And so they're very fit, healthy people. And one of them is a cyclist of some kind. He likes to go mountain biking and whatnot, and has all the bells and whistles of the best of everything for that sport. And then he says, "Yeah, I had to go to my own doctor the other day because the seat he had used was too thin for what he was using it for, and he literally ripped himself a new rear end hole." You heard it here, folks. Yeah, the guy literally ripped himself a new one on his own bike seat. It was really hard to not laugh. That's one of those days where usually I just bite the inside of my cheek so I don't smile too much. I don't laugh. I don't, because normally I'm a really happy person and I don't hold back on my emotions too often. But those emotions are like just bite your tongue, bite your lip, bite whatever you have to. It's like you did not hear anything. You are deaf because the conversation kept going. And you want them to keep going and going and going. And then something about how they had caught some teenagers, we're talking like 14, 13 years old, having no problems texting each other physically explicit images and what that meant legally. It's like, I thought these children had parents. Where'd they go? It wasn't their children, it was like nieces and nephews or something. It's like, how? Why? That's. The kiddies are making kitty stuff. Kids are making kitty corn. And they don't know it. Or some of the other things that where I picked up a group of girls, really rambunctious, early 20 somethings, and one of them was thinking about breaking up with her boyfriend. Now, hers wasn't necessarily as funny because basically it was just them having their conjecture about her life, and she brought in her mother's opinion, all these opinions, but no one thought to ask the dude if they thought that their relationship was going nowhere. It's like, you've been together 5 years. Give them enough respect to at least be a part of the conversation. Just don't say, "Hey, I made a decision," and you're gone. If not, that wasn't a relationship. That was, a roommate agreement that occasionally had sex. I mean, do you care enough about the guy to at least pretend he was involved? I mean, other than his body, what do you give value to? And so he's able to talk her off the ledge and whatnot. It's like, girl, if you're living like you're married, act like you're at least a little bit married to her. Just don't slap him in the face of, I made a decision of why you are a piece of crap. And this is why I need to find a better piece of crap than you. But if you get her talking about the dude, he's just a generically nice guy. I mean, he has his hookups, same as anyone else, or hang ups, I should say. He didn't cheat on her as far as anyone knows. He goes to work, he pays his bills on time. I mean, aside from only when he goes on vacation, he gets blackout drunk, but that's only on vacation. So aside from some therapy, which we all could use more of, it's not a reason to just. It's not a good enough reason. It takes two to tango. Acknowledge you have a partner when they are a partner, more than just someone who contributes to the rent. And then, like a couple nights later, I pick up two dudes. It was a short ride, but it was kind of heartbreaking. Where in the first ride, where it's like the girl is totally taking control and just ignoring his feelings, ignoring their future, ignoring their past that could predicate their future. And then you get this guy who says, yeah, his girlfriend, or they were talking about why they hadn't seen each other in a really long time, and he'd just been going through it with her, which is she'd been diagnosed with like stage 3 cancer of a female variety. She had to have a lot of things removed to fight this cancer, and without necessarily talking to him, because they had made plans, get married within so many years, have kids, have all these life goals. Like they were planned out, they were locked in, they were getting married, they were doing it right, right? So then they get smacked in the face, both of them with this cancer diagnosis, and he was her ride or die. He was going to stick with her to the end, even if it meant not having kids or whatever else, because they were together. Without really consulting him, they were young enough to where she realized that he just found someone different. All his dreams, all his goals that they had already made together, he could have them with someone else if she wasn't in his picture. So one day she just packed up and left. I don't think she blackballed him, but she's like, I'm doing this for you. I love you so much. If I die, it won't matter, but you'll at least be able to have kids, the dream wife, the white picket fence, everything. Just, I'm saving your life if I can't save my own type of mentality. And he was having a rough time with that. As in, I'm sure they talk some, but at the same time, when you're someone's ride or die, you don't do, like, you hold on to the bitter end. It's like that movie, A Walk to Remember. You don't let go. And she didn't let him do that. So clearly he hasn't moved on. He's probably not going to move on for a really long time. Because he's a dude, he can wait longer like that. But just looking at the two opposite perspectives from both girls, one's like, you're a shoe I can get rid of, and the other one is like, I'm setting you free so that you can have all your dreams and wishes. Totally opposite mindsets. And when they say that you know somebody, get to know them all the way. You don't want to be a shoe in the back of somebody's closet that's like, time to donate to charity, versus them willing to ruin their life so that you can have a better one. Totally different. And that's kind of more what a real ride or die does. She felt like she had to sacrifice her own happiness so that he could get more happiness. Because, I mean, stage 3 cancer is not something that you mess with, especially the kind that she got was very, very aggressive. Even though they'd somewhat slowed it down, she basically didn't want to hurt him every day anymore. Like, I'm not going to hurt you every single day with what happened to me. Like, go have your family. Go find someone who will live long enough to make all your dreams come true. So, make sure that if you're with somebody, that you know where you stand. You know what they're worried about for you. Uh, possibly get advice from your rideshare driver, because a lot of us are older and will stop you from doing stupid things. or at least slow you down towards doing a stupid thing. Because everyone in a relationship has to be accounted for. Everyone's opinion in that relationship matters. And like I said, if you've been in a relationship for at least 5 years and you still don't really acknowledge it as like a legit relationship, you might want to find that out from your partner. Because then there's ride and die, and then there's, well, that was a good ride. I just don't feel like doing this anymore. Bye, ciao. Uh, no one wants to be done that way. No one wants to be done that way. So, yes, this another story is from your friendly neighborhood rideshare driver. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, but then that's not saying much. So, have a good one, folks.